Being outside is good for us. It's that simple. And trails make it easy for us to walk, bike, and be active outside in our own backyards. On the trail, we see people moving, connecting with their communities, making the places where they live great. For 40 years, Rails to Trails Conservancy has led the way, creating trails across the country, making it safer and easier for everyone to get outside. They want you to get involved. Find your trail and start your journey today at railstotrails.org/iHeart and follow at Rails to Trails on social.
Hello and welcome to 360 Gamercast, episode 781 for... We'll go for the Monday this week. Monday, the 8th of June, 2026. I'm your host, Mark Webb, gamer tag, Pearson ID, Steam ID, Webby360G. And joining me today is...
Just me, Nick, because everybody else hates Xbox, apparently.
Well, it looks like it, mate. I mean, I did seriously think that I was going to be talking to myself on this special episode. Obviously, I had Darren join me yesterday to discuss the PlayStation Showcase and the Summer Games Fest, which was really fun. And obviously I wanted to do this episode just to talk about the Xbox show, which we've only just finished watching about 20 minutes ago. So it's all fresh in our minds. I've got the list of everything shown, so that's good. I've got all the release dates. That's good. If you want to laugh, head to the Xbox chat room on Discord. I was literally crying with laughter towards the end of the show with the comments. It was banter at its finest. So thank you everyone for keeping me entertained.
Are they happy hilarious. Or not happy? I wasn't paying attention.
There's a lot of piss taking going on. It's hard to tell if people are being serious or not, but I just take it all in good fun. So yeah, there we go. So let's get into it then. Just overall, I think the Xbox show was pretty good, to be fair. There was quite a lot of decent games shown. However, I am a little bit disappointed, Nick.
Why? What have you done now?
So they started off the show well. So they started off the show by showing Gears of War, the next Gears game, E-Day, which is a prequel. So it's basically about the first day where... You know, the enemies, I forget the name of them now. The fucking weird creatures spawn from under the earth. The locust, yeah. They spawn from the bottom of the planet and things kick off. And it looks great. The graphics look absolutely stunning. You know, the city looks very busy. And, you know, you're playing as Marcus Phoenix, of course. And it started off well because they announced that this is going to be an Xbox console exclusive. Which I was like, yeah, fucking yeah, exclusives are back, baby. This is amazing. And then they showed they showed 28 games in total, right? Out of those 28 games shown, only 2 of them are exclusive to Xbox. I was like, what the actual fuck?
What do you mean by exclusive? Do you mean... Like, if it's on Xbox and PC, you're not counting it as an exclusive?
No, that's an exclusive to Xbox platform.
So if it's on Xbox and PC...
That's an exclusive, yes.
Oh, I thought there was more than that.
No.
I can't think of any.
No. So obviously, the only games that are exclusive to the Xbox platform are Gears of War E-Day out of that and Clockwork Revolution that they showed right at the end, which is a new Bethesda game. Everything else was coming to PlayStation, obviously including big titles like Halo and Fable, which is just crazy to me. I would have thought Xbox would have ramped it up a bit more and made their Xbox Studio games exclusive to the platform, like they have said that they're going to do with the new Gears game, which we started off with. And it looks really good, though. It looks like it's going back to the Gears games that we know and love from the old days, you know, the old Xbox 360 days, because I have to admit, Nick, that the last 2 Gears games have been a bit crap. So it's really nice to see them return to form.
Yeah, 4 wasn't the end of the world. 5 was just, they started that open world, whatever that was, and I forgot her name, the woman main character, something to do with her mum was a Locust Queen or something.
Yeah.
I can't even remember it. It wasn't very good. I think that launched, I think it was when Series X came out in 2020, so it's been 6 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Those remakes, that just made you wanted the original gang back more, didn't it?
Well, it's annoying because I think they've remastered or remade the first game like 3 or 4 times now, and you just give us something new. Give us something new.
They've already done a prequel though, because Gears of War's Judgment was a prequel.
Yeah, but it wasn't very good. It was a
prequel. It was a prequel, not including any of the main guys. I think it was Baird.
Yeah, that's right.
And stuff like that. But also instead of having like normal like gameplay, it was just like loads of mini horde mode set pieces rather than much story. So it wasn't the main developers either. It was a side studio, I think, made it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I like the look of this. Obviously, graphically, it looks absolutely stunning. As I say, like the lighting is something that I think really popped when I was watching the stream, and initially, and I'm watching it again now as we're talking about it, and yeah, that really pops. He's shooting in a shop at the minute, and the lighting in the cabinets and off the lights on the walls and stuff of the words and that, it just looks absolutely stunning. So that's the first thing that really drew me in. And then obviously that classic Gears gameplay, you're running around, you'll get ducking behind cover, shooting the locusts, looks great. And then I watched a little bit of the E-Day dev thing after. Obviously couldn't watch it all, still going on, but they actually mentioned, like, as you're going through the levels and that the locust holes that pop up, they're not set. They just randomly pop up in random places, and you obviously it's the old school gameplay of chucking a grenade in to close them up, and before like a load of the enemies run out, and that's something that's going to make each playthrough a little bit different, I guess.
Yeah, because can you remember back in the first couple where because you'd know where they'd come up and you'd throw a grenade before it even spawns, and then the grenade would blow up, so you just wouldn't have any enemies come at all. That's cool.
Yeah. So I'm really impressed with that. I think the show with that started off really strong. So I'm really hyped for that. That's coming out on the 6th of October, so we don't have long to wait for it either.
I didn't remember that was coming though, which is a shame because I was such a big Gears of War fan. That's the main reason I wanted to get a 360.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know it was coming out this year.
I didn't either, actually. I just kind of went over my head, but obviously it's coming to Game Pass, which is great.
I just assume everything gets delayed.
Yes.
I think which one was last year? Just everything at this Xbox or whatever last year, everything said 2027. Yeah. I think PlayStation was as well. I think there was only like 2 games coming out this year and everything else was 2027. So
yeah. So yeah, it looks cool. I'm really excited for it. I think pretty much every single game that they showed at this event is coming to Game Pass. So, as we go through, you can see that, they've got quite a strong showing for the service for the next couple of years at least. Which is
are you buying this or just Game Passing it?
Well, I've got Game Pass, mate. So
I thought you said you might not. Are you keeping it going now? The price has dropped back down to where it was.
Yeah, well, I actually have Game Pass twice now, so I've got it for myself, and then I've bought it for my boy now, because I was struck, because like today we wanted to play some Sea of Thieves, but it was a ball ache, because on the second Xbox, like, that isn't my home Xbox, my account has to be signed in to play it, so I'm like, well, that's a bit annoying, so I've bought it for him as well, so both Xboxes have a Game Pass Ultimate as on there as the home, so anyone can play any of the games now. But also because he's got a PC, he has Game Pass on PC. So that's great. So today, like, he was playing it on the PC, I was playing it on my PC, and my daughter was playing it on the Series S up in the man cave. So, and I wouldn't have done that if the price was still £24 a month. I think it, £16.99 can kind of more justify it for four
suppose
people.
they're still cheaper than if you were to buy him a brand new 50, 60 quid game every month.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
so, I'm happy
still
with it.
cheaper in theory, but
And what I found about Xbox, like, because I tried so hard to go over to PlayStation late last year and convince my kids to play it. I even bought them a bunch of games for Christmas for the PS5. I still think it's a great console. I'm not putting anything against it, but I find that they just gravitate towards the Xbox all the time. I even bought my daughter a Switch for her birthday a couple of weeks ago, and she's played it a bit, but to be honest, if they want to have a gaming session, they're both on the Xbox. It's mad, because I've got both. I've got two Xboxes downstairs, and they just want to jump on and play Minecraft together. Or she was playing like that Barbie horse game on Game Pass, and there's loads of games available. Like, and this is what, if you don't, because I've seen in the chat in the Discord today, people saying, "Oh, Xbox, a lot of the games are kids' games. Oh, why would I want that?" But as someone who's got two kids, I think it's great because there's so much choice of games for all ages on Game Pass. Like, my kids are on it all the fucking time. There's like so many games that they want to play on there that it's worth it. And I find that I've got PS Plus until November. Because I bought a year, and I turn it on, every week, and I'm like, let's have a look at what's on there. And my kids are like, "There's nothing I want to play, Dad," or "We've already got this on Game Pass." So so I think for me, obviously, Game Pass is £2 a month more than PS Plus, but I think the quality and quantity of the games just suits my household, my family a lot better than PS Plus. So.
It all depends, on where you are. Like, if someone hasn't played any PlayStation games at all and just had a PS4 and lived in a cave, and then their PS4 died and they bought a PS5, obviously they'd have loads of games to play.
Of course.
Whereas me or you have probably already played them.
Yeah.
So I think it just depends where you jump on when you buy the system. So
I think it's that, yeah.
They're both decent services. It just depends at what point you jump on.
I think it depends on what point you jump on, and your lifestyle. I mean, if I didn't have kids that played, I probably wouldn't even have a console, just play everything on PC. But because they both play on Xbox, it suits me better with Game Pass Ultimate because, well, even without Game Pass Ultimate, because yesterday I purchased Final Fantasy VII Remake again, but I bought it on the Xbox. Yeah, because all I had on PlayStation, right? So I got it on Xbox, but the reason I bought it on Xbox was because it's Xbox Play Anywhere, so I can play it on my PC as well. So yesterday I was playing it on my Xbox, and this morning I was playing it on my PC.
Did you buy it again on PS5 though when it got the PS5 version, or did you pay for the upgrade?
No, it was an upgrade, wasn't it? So I don't think I should pay for that.
You got the Yuffie DLC, didn't you?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, so and so again, that's I know I'm in the minority with that because most gamers that I know are just console gamers, and they'd be like, But for my use case, that I'll have a PC upstairs and all my consoles downstairs, that suits me. I can buy a game in one place and play it on two systems, and that's kind of what I was excited for the Steam Machine for. But obviously, I don't think that's going to happen. It's going to be too expensive. So that's kind of like where Xbox has got it right, I feel, for gamers like me. And again, I know I'm in the minority, but console gamer wise, PS5 has the Pro, which is the most powerful console. So that's, if you're only a console gamer, that's the best place to play your games, right? But I think from a value proposition, with the amount of games shown at this event, which we're going to go through, I would rather pay $16.99 a month for Game Pass than 70 quid a pop for each of these games, because that's a lot of money.
Well, that's what we all did, especially when they started, when it was, £8 a month?
Yeah.
We all did the dodgy gold trick, and bought gold and upgraded, and we all got 3 years of Game Pass Ultimate for like 100 and what was it, 30 quid for a year's game Xbox Live Gold. We all did that, and yeah, it was such a good deal. We all did it, and then Xbox at the end of it went, "Oh no, nobody's buying the games outright because it's a better deal to buy Game Pass." And I was like, "Well, yeah, that's what you told us to do. Did you think we were going to keep buying the games for the full price and doing it?" It's kind of like what they did with COD, which they've reversed this year. They said you don't need to buy it like in the shop on disc or whatever. You could just play it on Game Pass, and everyone played it on Game Pass, and they looked at it and thought, "Oh no, we've lost all this money."
Yeah. Well, and that's a problem. But the problem is this year's COD actually looks really good, and I really want to buy it. So that's a non. But we'll get into that because they showed that at the end of the show. But I think, as I say, like I was hoping for a bit more from this show in regards to exclusivity, because that's what consoles are made on. You look at Nintendo; they're always the least powerful system every generation, but they generally sell the best because they've got the games. And PlayStation were always the console to get for their exclusives as well, right? Because they've always been so good. And, you know, I initially bought an original Xbox for Halo back in the day. It's the only reason I bought one. And then I kind of stuck with it. And now it's kind of like, well, I applaud them for making Gears of War E-Day an Xbox exclusive. But hand on heart, I was hoping for a bit more. I was hoping that they would make Fable and Halo and Forza Xbox exclusives as well, but no, they're still coming to the PlayStation, which is a bit
because they've already said that they are. I don't know if there's deals in place. You know, if the shareholders are expecting it to be on, PlayStation and Xbox. Yeah. I think they're not going to be the same as. I don't know if you're a bit annoyed. I think we're both. They can't please us where they're not really showing games that are not like 4 or 5 years out now. They're not going much more than a year, 18 months into the future, which I'm now sad about that because I want to know what's coming. But when they did show us games when they weren't going to be out for 5 years, I used to get annoyed that they were showing us games that weren't ready for 5 years. So,
you look at the new Elder Scrolls, that was announced fucking donkeys years ago. And we've seen
2018.
And that's annoying. So I think they're doing the right thing, to be honest.
Don't go.
Yeah. So, well, let's move on to the next game anyway. The new Fable they showed off.
After they delayed it last week or the week before.
Now, what's quite interesting about this is when they initially showed Fable, I think it was about a year or so ago, I thought it looked garbage. Like the character models looked fucking shit, ugly, crap. I was like so down on it. But what they showed us here, it looks like they've gone back on that a little bit because it just looks more just high fantasy, and quite a lot of the character models actually looked like normal people, which I was quite shocked by, to be honest, just in that fantasy kind of art style, you know?
Yeah, I mean, they've got a new character which they didn't have anyone, which was, the name's Isabel.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I wouldn't say she's stunningly good looking over the top, but she's not deliberately made unattractive like they kind of have been just lately. It's just it's that pendulum effect. They for years they deliberately made characters look absolutely gorgeous. People who were jealous of that for some reason in the media, like IGN and that, thought, oh, that's not what real people look like, so they've gone too far the other way. So hopefully they can just sort of settle somewhere in the middle. But I mean, this is the best of all the Fable trailers I've seen because, like I said, the first couple were just weird, sort of looked like an alpha game. What was that one a couple of years ago where the ugly main character with the comedian guy with the glasses?
Yeah, that's right. It just looked
and he was like a giant, and I just thought, what is this game? Is this like a Little Nightmares game? What is it? I know it's been through development hell, and I think 2 main leads who were doing this game have both either left or been fired. Which, yeah, I mean, it's just not they announced this game when they announced the Xbox. You know, they announced it when they announced the Series X and all that in 2020 before it came out. And I think we all thought this was weird that Playground Studios were making a Fable game.
Yeah.
And what irritated me is they brought out a Horizon game before they brought out Fable, and now they've brought out two Horizon games before they've done this. I know it's probably a different team, but
yeah,
it's just why get people who mainly do car games to do a different game altogether? It's a weird thing to do. They've got so many studios not doing anything. I don't know if does Rare even exist anymore?
Yeah, kinda.
I mean, anyone who was working at Rare and made in the peak time, none of them are there anymore, though, are they?
No, of course.
The N64, early 360, cameo people, none of those are there anymore. So, I mean, they could have just redone a studio, hired loads of people who worked on the original Fable game, took them on at Rare and said, make us a Fable game like you want to. And it's just weird, but it looks a lot better. We'll see once it gets delayed again next year.
Yeah, so at the minute, it's out on the 23rd of February next year. So,
yeah.
All good. Right, next they showed off Halo Campaign Evolved. This is what I was annoyed about because it's
what is this?
This is a remake of the original Halo, but it's only single player, mate. It's only the campaign. But what they showed off on this is obviously the graphics look really cool, but they've added 3 new missions into it that weren't in the original Xbox game. So that sounds really cool as well.
Does it start a bit earlier? Because that said something like before the ring or something, they said so.
Yeah, so I'm thinking there might be a few missions maybe before or something. I don't know, mate, but...
So we've got a remake of a remaster of the original. So this is the 3rd time we're playing Halo
1. Yeah, but the weird thing is, right, obviously... Couple of things on this. So the release date of this is July the 28th. So we're not actually that far out. It's next month. Obviously it's Game Pass day one, which is fantastic. But again, I'm sad because it's also coming to PlayStation 5. And this is, Halo, man. It's like Xbox's main mascot. I just find it so weird. But there's no multiplayer. As I say, it's just a single player campaign. So, but yeah, look, I think it looks really good, mate, to be honest. So, yeah. So that was good. So 3 good games so far with Gears, Fable, and Halo. Obviously, we already knew about Gear. Well, we already knew about them all anyway. So no world premieres there, as they like to say in America. World premiere. Fucking weirdos. Right, next was a brand new game that I think looks really cool. I love the last 2 games. That is Resonance, A Plague Tale Legacy.
Yeah, it looks like it's like a spin-off, though, so using that world and engine as more of a third-person action game rather than like the escorty mission handheldy type thing, because you always had the little person, the little girl, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right.
Or the little boy. So that looks decent. I mean, why not? I don't mind if they do all these spin-offs rather than just do the same game over and over again.
Yeah, it's third person. It looks like there's 2 of you that you have a companion with you from what they showed, but it looks quite epic in regards to really good combat. Some of the areas you go to just look gorgeous. So yeah, I'm quite excited for this because the last 2 games have been fantastic, mate. So I don't expect.
I didn't play them. I know they were decent.
Oh, really?
I wanted to, but I just couldn't be asked with the mechanics of it, like the handholdy stealth and thing. I watched someone play a few games, and then I watched someone play it again who I know want to, and it's like they were doing it exactly the same way both times. So it's kind of like, you can't really play it how you want to. You've got to hide where they say hide, come out. It just seemed like every person playing the game looked the same. So
yeah,
But they're very good looking games. I just hope they don't go full Dark Souls on it.
Yeah. I don't think they will. Judging from what I've played in the previous games, I don't think they'll change the formula too much. So that's coming out 27th of August. So not too far away again. So yeah. The end of this year is looking stacked, mate. So hope your wallet's ready. Right. So next game that they showed was Persona 4 Revival, which is a remaster of Persona 4.
Yes.
That's coming on the 18th of February 2027.
I want it. I want it now.
Now, Persona 4 is, in my opinion, and in many people's opinion, the best Persona game. So I've completed this game twice already. Like the original game, played it initially on the PS Vita, and then on PC, and now I'm going to be playing it again. It's just such a good game, man.
I remember you going on about this like on the poddy years ago, and that's when I was like, oh well, I've got to get it now because Webby says it's awesome.
Yeah,
and it's just like all the podcasts I used to listen to. I was like, oh, he says this is great, so I've got to get it. And it's just so many games I bought, and I did finish this one. This was, I mean, I'm a bit annoyed they didn't play like some of like the other songs like during it as well. So if they play like Your Affection, I'm just gonna have like an orgasm probably.
Yeah, well, this is one of those games that even Collie Wally got into and completed, and he's not really into the JRPGs, so there's definitely something special there, I think. So yeah, I'm really happy for that. Yes, I say February 18th. Awesome. Next, they showed a world premiere of a game that I think we knew was coming, but hadn't been officially announced till now. A staple of Xbox, State of Decay 3. Which is coming. There was no definitive release date. It just said 2027. I quite like the State of Decay games. This looks a little bit more refined in the gameplay and the combat, etc. So something to keep an eye on.
I've got State of Decay 1 and 2 still sealed in the plastic.
Wow. That's crazy.
I really need more time to play games.
You do. You do indeed.
I think I need to give up work and become a professional Xbox gamer.
Yeah, professional Xbox gamer and podcaster, mate. You'll make $10 a month. I hope that can sustain you.
Wonderful. Excellent.
Yeah. So yeah, cool, mate. Right, so that next they showed an update that's coming for Sea of Thieves. It's called Sea of Thieves Custom Seas Update.
Well, they've kept that going, haven't they? Like quite a long time. Do you and the missus still play it every so often when they bring out
sometimes? Well, funnily enough, my kids and I were playing it today. All three of us in the same room on our machines, all playing it and having a good old time. So it's probably one of the best co-op games I've ever played, to be honest, because it's just aimed for that. So. But this update, I'm not really that interested in. It's basically you make your own games within the game, and I'm kind of one of those people where I just like to do the missions and explore and do it like that, and find other players sailing their ships and sink them and that. So, but no, it's good that they're still supporting it though. So, happy about that. Next is Metro 2039. I had no idea that this was coming, and I'm a massive fan of the Metro games. I've played the first two games at least 3 times each. Fucking love them, mate. Absolutely love them. So I've high hopes for this one as well.
You didn't know they'd announced this game before today?
No.
Well, they announced it last year, a new Metro game.
Did they? Did they announce Metro 2039 last year?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, ages ago. I knew it was coming. Yeah, ages ago.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, they've announced this before.
Really?
Yes. You got excited.
Did I?
You're getting forgetful in your old age,
Oh,
Webby.
mate, I am. I think I'm getting a bit of Alzheimer's, mate, to be honest. Yeah. Okay. Well, it looks amazing anyway. I'm sure it said world premiere in front of it, so I thought it was the first thing. Anyway, it looks stunning. Anyway, it's Metro. I can't wait. So, yeah. All good, mate. All good. Just the lighting, the graphics, the story on these, all based on books, you see. So, they're always very good content. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. So, another big win for the Xbox show there. Next game was getting shit in the Discord, but my kids were watching the show with me. Obviously, I sent them out of the room for the gory games. But they like the look of this. It's called Bad Magpie. So it's very cartoony, kind of isometric graphics with the isometric viewpoint. And it was really funny because the Discord chat was like, "Oh, this looks shit," blah blah blah. My kids are watching this, going, "Daddy, when can we play this? This looks really fun." So these studios definitely know their audience at the aimed at the younger gamers. So you go around as a magpie, just causing chaos by the looks of it. So I think it looks fun personally. So it's coming out early 2027. Is it a Nick game? You're not interested in this, are you?
Well, I played all the originals.
Mm-hmm.
Well, them, yeah, they're decent. And I remember the last one, was it is it Exodus? Metro Exodus or something like that?
I'm talking about Bad Magpie, mate.
Oh, you've gone past that?
Yeah, we're talking about Bad Magpie. I said we're talking about Bad Magpie. That's why I said
sorry, kids... Mate, I completely zoned out for a second now. I thought we were talking about Metro.
No,
I'm not going to play Bad Magpie.
Fair enough. Okay, so next game looks really good. Wolong 2 Wings of Ember. Obviously, it's coming to everything. They only showed off a little bit of this. I played a little bit of the first Wolong, never really got into it because it's kind of like a Soulsy type game, isn't it? But looks interesting. Are you excited for this? You're not that bothered?
No, didn't bother with the first one.
Yeah, it's coming early 2027. That's all it said on the trailer anyway. But it's cool. Yeah, Wolong 2, Wings of Ember, coming to everything next year. And it's coming to Game Pass. Next was a game called Join Us, which I thought looked absolutely hilarious. So it's a game where you run your own cult. So you run your cult, you build up your cult base, can completely customize it, and then you have to recruit people to your cult. You can play it co-op online as well. And it just looks absolutely weird and wacky, man. Just silly humour. I think this looks quite fun, mate, to be honest. So, yeah, something different, mate. Something different. So, yeah, I'm quite interested to see what this is all about. So, yeah. So, move on.
Next.
All right, next. Nick's not impressed with Join Us, but I think it looks cool. The next game, I didn't enjoy the first one. The second one I didn't play. And the third game has been announced, and that's the next Senua game. I don't know what these games, man. Look, graphically they're amazing, but everything else about these games is I just don't think they're fun. You're funneled through completely from start to finish. You've got the really weird voices in your headphones, and it just feels like an on rails kind of playable movie, in my opinion. So, not really excited for this, but obviously the first couple have done well, so they're doing a third one. What's your thoughts, Nick?
Yeah, I played the first one, thought it was okay. I didn't lose my shit because some people put it in there like game of the year and said, oh, it's really important for people with mental health and all issues like that. And I thought, well, that's not really.
Yeah.
You know, it was sort of blown out of proportion. It's a good little game, and it was like an at the time. I think it was like a small indie team as well.
Yeah,
which made it quite decent. But I mean, it was okay. The combat, like nothing about it was brilliant, probably apart from the graphics.
Yeah.
I remember a lot of the combat was repetitive. Like I said, this was 1. I don't know about 2.
Mm.
You know, so maybe they did fix. Did you play the second one or just not bother?
I played about half an hour of it and was just like, meh. So, no. To answer that question, really? So,
Yeah. Well, people, yeah, but for the people who do like it, it's good they got another one.
yeah. Yeah, for sure. Right, let's move on because there's quite a lot to talk about. Fallout 76, they announced an update called Infestations, and it's now available to play on Game Pass. I thought it was free to play anyway. I don't know what they're on about, but yeah, it's on Game Pass. So, and it looks quite good.
Whereas like the expansion part of Game Pass.
Oh,
type
might
thing.
be. Yeah, I don't know, but
Mm.
it looks cool. So I might give this game another bish bash bosh at some point.
I think a lot. From what I know, someone who plays this, like similar to a lot of these games where they start off sort of not very good with not a lot to do as an MMO. Then after 2 or 3 years, people are like, "Oh, it's really good now," but people have already moved on and just think, "I can't be bothered to go back,"
Or start
because
it.
you've moved
or,
on to other
yeah.
stuff.
Oh, I think it looks cool. I might give it a go. Obviously, if I get some time. So, yeah, so it looks cool. Next, they announced Doom: The Dark Ages Revelations, which I believe is an add-on to Doom: The Dark Ages. I thought initially it was a brand new game coming out, but I think it's DLC. They didn't actually explain it very well at all during the trailer, like what the fuck it is. But obviously, Doom: The Dark Ages came out, I think, a year or so ago, and this is called Revelations. I'm sure it's an expansion. Not a fan of the latest Doom game. I've actually not really enjoyed the last couple of Doom games because to me they haven't felt like Doom. So,
yeah, is this like you know when we had the Wolfenstein games with Bethesda, like, and when they did like the Old Blood and the Young Blood, is it that type of thing?
Well, no, it's
like
really fast paced, but there's a lot of melee combat. It's not, like in the original games, you're in corridors and shit like this. Is all open areas and a bit meh. So I'm not excited for this, but I think a lot of people did enjoy the game, which that's fair enough.
The trailer looks good, but
Yes.
I noticed when they were inside like corridors and like the fireballs were floating around, that reminded me of OG Doom. So maybe they've concentrate more on old style of Doom.
Yeah. So yeah, that's coming out July the 7th. So that's cool. Not long to wait on that. Next, a game that you were very excited for, Nick, according to our WhatsApp group, is a game that's coming out next year. Crazy Taxi World Tour. We have a new Crazy Taxi.
It's a remake of the original.
Oh, is it a remake of the original? I thought it was a brand new title. Obviously, the music was from the original.
They announced this about 3, maybe 4 years ago. Sega, where they're doing a Crazy Taxi remake, a Jet Set Radio remake, and another one I can't remember. I want to say 3, possibly 4 years ago, and then they've just been radio silent since.
But why have they called it World Tour then? Don't you visit other places or something? Or
I'm not sure, but I noticed a lot of the locations are from the original game in the trailer. Like San Francisco-esque, Plus, I think it was just the nostalgia, and obviously because I've been playing my Dreamcast again last week, because, like I said, I was getting nostalgia after the Sega episode we did on Patreon, and playing Crazy Taxi, and obviously they had the Offspring as well.
Yes,
the song. So it just hits you nostalgia, whether or not that it'll be any good. Who knows? I mean, it should be good. They've just got to copy the game again with better graphics, haven't they?
Yeah.
And just tighten up the drive, but hopefully they don't do anything stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's just, I don't know why they've took 3, maybe 4 years to do it.
Yeah, I know. But it looks cool, mate. Next, they announced a limited edition Xbox Series X 25-year edition, because obviously been 25 years of Xbox.
Nice.
This Xbox looks well nice, mate, to be honest. It's see-through green. Like, do you remember the old limited edition consoles we used to get, which were see-through colours?
Yeah, the green crystally one, which is quite the OG Xbox, the see-through green crystal, and the completely see-through one. They're quite expensive now to buy second-hand off eBay. But I was looking then online to, like, can we buy the controllers on their own?
Yeah.
Because I'd get one of those, because that looks really nice.
The Xbox itself looks cool because you can see all the innards through it. Yeah. I just think that looks so cool.
It's weird because PS1 and then PS2 and some of the Xbox, they did like the crystal sort of see-through sort of controllers, and for some reason they haven't bothered for years.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, maybe they're trying to hide what bits they had in them. Because didn't Sony got sued the hell out of for having Dual Shock on PS2 because they didn't own the rights and the patents to it. So that's why they took it out of the start of the PS3, where they just had like the 6-axis, and they took Rumble out and said it's crap because they couldn't until they designed their own. And apparently, I'm not sure if it's true because there's conspiracy theories that people noticed it because they had see-through controllers, and someone noticed that was their design or something.
Right. Okay.
It's like that little metal bit that spins round and round.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's weird what you can patent and call Bagsies on in this day and age, isn't it?
Yeah.
But looks nice. Would you get a controller if they sell them separately?
I'm tempted to get the console, mate. To be honest, I really.
What, for like £800?
Is that how much it is? It's
series have gone through the roof, haven't they?
Oh, it depends on the price, mate. But is it? No, it's 1 terabyte.
It's a 1 terabyte. I was going to say unless it's a 2 terabyte version, but
no, I'm just reading about it on purexbox.com, and it says
they haven't really done any. I don't think PlayStation have done any either, have they? Like many different consoles type thing.
No. Yeah, so I'll just see. It'll be interesting to see how much it is, but that would just look so cool.
It's going to sell out in like 10 minutes.
You know, it's going to be on eBay for fucking triple the price. Oh, does look cool though, I have to say. Anyway, let's move on. So this is coming out in November, sorry, this console. Okay, so next they announced Age of Empires 4 Raiders of the North expansion. It's Age of Empires. I do like an Age of Empires game. Obviously, they're all on Game Pass on PC. I'm not sure about Xbox. I don't even know if they put these on the console or not. I had no idea. But I do enjoy playing these on the PC. Oh, it does say at the end, console. So, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so that's cool. Next game announcement, my kids were literally jumping up and down with this announcement. Like, literally jumping up and down in my front room. Minecraft Dungeons 2, coming out September the 29th. My kids love Minecraft. What kids don't like Minecraft? That is probably the most played game in my household, to be honest, is Minecraft. The kids just love it. But this is Minecraft Dungeons 2. The original Dungeons game did get played quite a bit in my house, but I thought it was a bit, I don't know, I got a bit bored of it. To be honest, it's a little bit like Diablo, but it's quite repetitive. Like you have to, like in the first one, you have to replay the levels a lot to level up. So I'm hoping this one isn't like that. But yeah, Minecraft Dungeons 2, coming out September 29th. Good times. Not a game for Nick, I guess, but you know, kids love it. Next, this game looks quite cool. Magicians, The Devil's Deal. What did you think of this one?
Forgotten it already until the game came up. I can't remember what it was.
So it's kind of
Oh, I
set
like this one.
Yeah,
It kind of looks a bit like a Bioshocky type thing.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good. I think remember they had this a year or two ago.
Right. Yeah. So it's very sorry, quite steampunky. Something like the 1800s or whatever. Yeah, I liked what they showed of this. They didn't show loads, to be honest, but I quite like the vibe it gave. With a dude coming out of the screen, you know, there was like a show going on, and then dude come out, and then he's kind of running away in first person mode, which I quite liked, you know. So yeah, like, I just really like the art style of it. So yeah, another game to look forward to be honest. This is coming out, just says 2027, so there's no exact release date on this one, but yeah, it looks cool, mate.
Yeah, got good art style.
Yes. So
And if they could get a good story to go with it,
yeah.
you know, I think sometimes these games and games in general, when it comes to stuff like this, they try too hard and like try to be too complicated. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
You know,
but
they try
it
to
looks
have
like
too.
fun gameplay, mate, to be honest.
Yeah.
Cool. Right, let's move on. What was next? This game is coming out on the 24th of September. Obviously, the 24th of September, there's fuckloads of games already coming out that day, so it's going to have a lot of competition. But this game does look really good. It is coming to Game Pass as well, though, which is awesome. So we have seen this one before, Valor Mortis. So it's basically a little bit. I thought it was Lies of P when they started this trailer initially, but it's a first-person game. Has some really cool looking combat. By the looks of it, like you have sword, but you've got magic as well. Really nice art style. I like the look of this, mate. Do you remember watching this trailer?
Yeah, I thought until I saw the gameplay, I thought it was like a Claire Obscure thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because it had maybe that sort of nice art style, but yeah, it looks good. It's just there's so many of these games just get lost, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. But no,
So
I
Crimson
think
Desert,
cool.
I remember we wanted that, like when they announced it ages ago, and then all of a sudden it's out. Like you said, oh, that's out in like 2 weeks. I'm like, I completely forgot the game existed. It's like hard to keep track.
It is at the minute, yeah.
Of all of them. I need to look because I lost YouTube. I accidentally deleted like all these games that I. It's kind of like, you know, when you go to the cinema and then you see a trailer and you're like, oh, I'd really want to watch that.
Yeah.
And then you watch the movie and you've completely forgotten you wanted to watch that movie. And then all of a sudden, years later, you see it on Netflix. You're like, oh, yeah, I remember wanting to go see that at the cinema like 5 years ago. And then I completely forgot it existed. It's kind of like that with these games. It's hard to keep track. I mean, what I did do, and then I accidentally deleted it by mistake, like a lot of these trailers, I set them up like a YouTube, like a separate playlist, so I could keep an eye on them and remember that's what I like the look of. But,
you
know, whereas before, I mean, like now, because we don't have like magazines and stuff like that, like to remind you when it's coming out and see previews every so often, you know, until we see the next trailer, we might have completely forgot it. And also sometimes they change the name of them as well.
Yeah.
Like, what was it? Stellar Blade for ages, and then it was called something else before that, wasn't it?
I can't remember, mate, the name, mate, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it was like Project Eve or something.
Oh,
and they called it Stellar Blade.
Right.
Yeah, so it's just like, I complete, you know, and I'm like, oh, I want to play that game. Oh, they've changed the name. But.
Right, next, they showed off some content for The Elder Scrolls Online called Return of the Thieves Guild. This content is coming out on the 8th of July. I think it looks pretty cool, mate, to be honest. It's good to see they're still supporting it. I thought the game was dead, to be fair, so...
No, my Twitch friend, she's playing it all the time. She still enjoys it.
Oh, brilliant. That's fantastic. So... No, not much else we can really say on that. It's content for Elder Scrolls. Awesome, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next, they announced that Where Winds Meet is now available on Xbox. Obviously, it's a free-to-play title that's been out on PC and PlayStation for a little while now. But yeah, now it's out on Xbox. Good times. What else did they show? What's this? Oh, an update for Flight Simulator has been announced. Lots of places in America have been updated with more pretty visuals, which is nice, and some air racing as well. So that's quite cool. I do like a bit of that.
Hey there, it's Wayfair here, where delivery and setup are as easy as a few taps on your phone. You're relaxing in an old hammock, scrolling Wayfair's app, when you spot it, a brand new patio set. Next thing you know, Wayfair delivers it right to your patio and sets it up. Oh, you need a new grill too? All right, Wayfair's got you covered. With Wayfair's Room of Choice delivery and fast expert setup on qualifying orders, life gets a little easier. Visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
I remember when I played this, I think I spent longer installing it than I did playing it.
That's fair enough, mate. It's quite niche, and it's not a game, really, is it? It's a sim, you know?
Yeah, I just, did what I needed to do, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to fly over my house, and I'm going to crash into my road. This doesn't look like my house. These are all American houses where my place should be. This doesn't look right, but obviously from the sky it was pretty close, if you know what I mean. I could see the roads where they should be, but I mean,
yeah,
it would be almost impossible to have it perfect, would it?
Well, there's a lot of places in the game now where you can land your plane or helicopter and get out and walk around and take photos of animals and stuff like that they've done now. So that's pretty cool. So
plus for do you actually want your house in the game? Like data protection and stuff like that. As I'm saying, it'd be cool if it looked realistic, but for me, but why would I want someone else to see my house exactly?
Yeah, sure.
That's weird, but
cool.
These are good though. I mean, I went to this, I went a few months ago in Wroxham. I went to this miniature barn thing, and they had all these old computers set up and had old flight simulator games on, PCs from years ago.
Yeah,
and you had the flight stick and all the little buttons and knobs and stuff like that. And I'm I remember people used to spend mega money on stuff like that, and it's really hard to even take off, let alone fly around without crashing all the time. I think this is a bit easy, but that's good. They're still keeping it going though.
Yeah, for sure. Next, they showed off a new Castlevania game called Castlevania Belmont's Curse, which goes back to the old school Castlevania games like Symphony of the Night, side-scrolling action. I think
was this Konami though, or was this? Is this Konami making it?
Guessing so. I mean, who else would make it? I don't know.
I wasn't sure, because didn't they do some what was it, a game they did where they did some Castlevania sort of spin-off DLC? Was it Blasphemous or something?
That's a whole new game, wasn't it? That's a whole different game. Was Blasphemous?
I thought it was a Blasphemous, and then they made a DLC Castlevania thing. So maybe they've done a whole game rather than a smaller part, but I don't know, mate. I mean, you're the Castlevania guy.
Well,
are you up for this?
Well, at the end of the trailer, it didn't actually say, and normally it's Konami, isn't it? So, but it looks cool, mate. I love a Castlevania game. I'm definitely going to give it a go. So, yeah, I think it looks cool. I like the art style. I love the gameplay in these games. So, yeah, I'm excited. It's coming out October the 15th.
Would you because obviously Konami's sort of coming back just lately, even though they're getting other developers with some Silent Hill games and stuff like that. Wouldn't you like them to come back and do a lot more with their IPs like that?
Yeah, for sure, mate. Yeah. Yeah, it is Konami, mate. Yeah.
It is Konami.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
I just did a googly woogly. Yeah, so cool. Right, let's move on. Next game was called Vivarium, coming out in 2027. I really like the look of this because it gives me Studio Ghibli anime vibes.
Yeah, that's what we said when we saw it straight away. We were like, ooh.
Yeah, mate. So I think this looks cool, mate. I'm not really sure what it's about at all, judging from the little gameplay that we saw. Kind of a puzzle type game, I'm guessing, with exploration. But you're like at the end, it showed you were stuck in a vivarium on someone's desk. So you're like in a weird little world. But yeah, I think this game looks something completely different. I love the art vibe. I'm excited for this, mate, to be honest.
Yeah, it looks really. I mean, I don't. We don't get enough of these types of games anymore, do we?
Well, but that's why I like look at it, because it's something different to what we usually get.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we had some like Nino Kuni did really well.
Yeah.
And then they brought the second one out, did okay, but not as well as the first one. Because didn't they change a lot of like Nino Kuni 2? Didn't they
Nino
add
Kuni
a lot?
2 was shit.
Yeah, they
compared to the
like
first
changed
one.
a lot of the gameplay, and didn't they put all like building mechanics and stuff in it or something?
I never finished it, mate. I never finished it because it was just crap.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, like I say, for someone like you who spent all that money on like the big expensive edition, didn't you? What one was it with Mr. Drippy or something?
Oh, for the first game. The second game, it was in like a clock case thing, which was...
I'm just saying you bought the expensive first version of the game as well, didn't you?
Yes, I've still got it.
Yeah. So I'm saying, so for someone who like was so into it, for you to not then finish the next game, you know they've messed up.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
You know, so I mean, like I said, art style looks great. I mean, when I saw her do the character like plant and stuff, I'm like, oh, please don't be like a Animal Crossing thing. You know, I don't know what you want more, but like I prefer more like a JRPG story type. Not that it has to have turn battles, but
yeah, it just looks like more exploration and puzzles to me, and I like it. I like the look of it. So
explore puzzles, story, FMVs, and on to the next one.
Lovely art style. So yeah, it looks cool. Next, they announced Persona 6, which, wow, a world premiere or what? Had no idea that this was coming. They didn't really show anything. They just announced that Persona 6 is coming. No release date.
Yeah, it was just a very early sort of dark trailer, wasn't it? It didn't really show anything more than it's coming. We knew it was coming. I think people were 50-50 on, are we going to get a new Persona or another Shin Megami Tensei game? But
yeah. So yeah, that's cool. So it looks like Sega have been doing a lot with Xbox. I like
Sega are killing it at the moment. They're not like Sega, Capcom, people like that. They're really like, they're making the Western developers look like shit at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure all the games shown at the showcase all said playable on Game Pass day one as well. So if Persona 6 is on Game Pass day one, that's a fucking mental grab for Xbox, because Persona games are mega popular. So
it's just weird because I bought Persona 4 on Xbox because obviously it was on it was PS2, and then they did the Golden Persona 4 Golden on Vita, which is where I originally played it on Vita.
Yeah.
And then they did like the 1080p whatever versions on consoles. And then I'm like, oh, I wanted to buy it physical, but you couldn't buy it physical unless you like, I think it went on to limited run games, and I didn't know.
Right.
And it was like stupid money. So I'm like, well, I'm not paying full price. And I remember once they finally had a sale, and I bought it, and I played it for like an hour, and then they announced they're remastering it. So I'm like, I'll wait for the remaster then.
Yeah. Fair enough. Next they showed was Spyro, a new Spyro game coming out spring in 2027 called Spyro: A Realm Reborn. No, sorry, A Realm Beyond. What about Realm Reborn? Think of the Final Fantasy. It's called Spyro: A Realm Beyond. Brand new Spyro game. Obviously, we used to love the Spyro games back in the PS1 days, etc. Yeah, man, I think this looks cool. I'm quite excited.
Annoys me because I bought the Spyro trilogy, which they did.
Yes.
I think I've bought it twice.
Oh, wow, really?
Like on Xbox and like digital on PlayStation because it was like dirt cheap.
Yeah.
And I still hardly played it because I forgot how brutally hard some of these games were.
Yeah.
Like back then, the same as like the Crash Bandicoot games, really hard.
Yeah.
I think I've only ever beat Crash 3, but it's nice that these are coming back because obviously this sort of Spyro died a death, and then they did the what were the little toys called that they did? Like,
oh shit! Oh,
and they were everywhere.
fuck.
Skylanders.
Yes.
Yeah, and they were just everywhere, and the games were just basically shovelware, not very good. It was just everyone had to buy all these little toys. And I think Nintendo did something as well, and they were just everywhere, weren't they? Skylanders were like the in thing.
Mm.
And then as quickly as they were everywhere, they just pulled the plug on everything, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Mm. That's nice. It is a whole new game as well. It's not a remake of any of the originals. So
yeah, it's good. It's good to see something fresh. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Next, they showed a game that I think looks really cool called Clockwork Revolution.
Yes.
It looks like...
I've seen this a few times.
Yeah, it looks like standard Bethesda kind of wear, like with the art style graphics and the first person, but has that quintessential British humour to it, which had me laughing quite a bit during the trailer, Nick.
Yeah, this sort of got me sort of like, what was that game? The Order 1866?
Yeah.
It's sort of like a halfway between that and Fable.
Yeah.
But with a bit more sense of humour and a bit more like something. I remember seeing this either last year or the year before thinking, oh, this looks good.
Yeah.
And I think they said it's coming next year. I mean, it seemed like every one of these events, it tells you what's coming out next year.
Which is fine.
It said at the end, what was it said at the end with the little clock that that was turning round? And they said what it said last year, coming when it's ready. And then the when it's ready fell off, and then it said 2027.
Yeah, spring 2027, yeah.
Yeah, which was kind of nice. But
yeah, it's pretty cool. So... Yeah, man, I think it looks good. Really intrigued by this game. Now we've seen a bit more gameplay and the humour and stuff. So, yeah, and this is exclusive to Xbox as well. So, one of the 2 exclusives shown at the event. So, yeah, I think it's a good win for Xbox, to be honest. The last thing that they showed at the event is obviously Call of Duty.
Next.
I'm actually... Well, there's no next, mate. It's the last game. I'm actually liking what I'm seeing of the new COD, because obviously they did the first trailer a few weeks back, and I thought, this looks quite good. It's bloody typical they've taken COD off Game Pass now and brought the price down. Now that it looks like they're bringing out a decent COD game. And the reason I say that, it's not for the single-player campaign, but that does look good, is... more for the DMZ, because not in the last COD game, the one before, had DMZ in it.
What is DMZ?
So basically it's co-op, and you all get put on a map. Like this, I think it's like 3 players on a squad. You get put on a map, but there's other players, like teams of players as well, but there's loads of AI to fight, and you need to complete objectives and then extract before the time limit. Really fun gameplay, man. Like, I had so many fun hours on the original DMZ with people in the community, and was really sad when it was removed in the last COD. So I think from what they showed here, looks really cool, and it's really getting me up to that point where I'm probably going to drop the money and buy this, to be honest, because when you want to play the DMZ... Dougster's just put in the chat, it's up to 60 players on a map in this one, so I think the maps are going to be quite large. I do want to see a bit more, but yeah, it looks like we're going to be getting a good COD game again, because it's been a little while since we've had a good one. So I know it's not really your cup of tea, but I'm really excited for this now, and I didn't think I'd be excited for a COD game again. But if it gets people from the community online to play with, and especially in DMZ, like I will buy it just for DMZ, mate. So
I know COD, the same as a lot of games, like I think Battlefield. There's like they bring the new game out, they'd strip it down of like old modes and old features and old maps that it had before, and it won't do well. And now they're just bringing it back what was out years ago, and then and taking away all the crap nobody wants and gets praised for it. I just don't like the idea of it, to be honest. I was like, why'd you take it away? You know, people are happy that they've given it back to you, but they took it away from you. What's the new idea, rather than just give you back what you had?
I know what you're saying, but obviously this is going to be new, a new map. Obviously, it's different dev teams every year for Call of Duty, isn't it? I'm not trying to defend them. I'm just trying to find an explanation as to why they're bringing, like, because perhaps they didn't think it was popular enough, but the fans have cried out they want it back, and they thought, well, we'll bring it back for this. I don't know, mate. I don't know. I don't have the answers, but I'm just happy they're bringing it back, because it's, you know, when you've got a squad of people to play it with, it's just such a fun co-op experience. So, yeah, mate, I'm looking forward to this. I think it looks really cool. So, yeah.
Like I said last year, I've just like completely skipped it, and that's the first time like I've ever. I mean, the most of it I've got till maybe Christmas or just after, and bought it and played it then.
Yeah.
But just completely ignored last year. Also, what was the one that was one of the Black Ops, which was online only, and they took the multiplayer out, the campaign out. Was it 4, Black Ops 4? Where they didn't have no multiplayer, they didn't have no campaign at all?
There's so many cool Call of Duties, mate. I bloody get lost with which one's which, mate, to be fair.
Is this the one with the bloke from
Modern Warfare?
Heroes, or was that last year?
Like from Heroes, I didn't really play the last year's ones. I don't know, mate, to be honest.
I think it must have been last year then, because I remember that one. I think he's on the box as well.
Right, I can have a look on the. It doesn't look like anyone I know, so I don't know. He's got a big mask on, so I don't.
Yeah, he's the guy from Heroes from last. What? Yeah, so I don't know. As long as you enjoy it.
Yeah, that's the main thing, right? So that was all that was shown at the Xbox event. Obviously, afterwards, they went into more of a deep dive on Gears of War. Obviously, I've not watched much of it because we're now recording. But
I don't want to watch it because I want to play it, and I don't want them to spoil anything.
But as I said at the beginning, overall, I thought the show was pretty good, to be fair. I'm just disappointed that I thought Xbox was going to go all in with bringing it back with the exclusives, etc. So from that point of view, to show 28 games and only have 2 of those exclusive is a big disappointment. Hopefully they bring in the exclusivity more and more going forward in the future. Obviously, the games that were already announced to go onto other platforms, they couldn't go back on that, I imagine. But, you know, from the games shown, I'm quite excited, mate. There's a lot of good games there. So as shows go from games shown, and for how much is going to Game Pass, as someone that has Game Pass, that's I think that's pretty cool, mate. So yeah, I'm excited.
Relevant of exclusive, it looks like you want to play more games from this show than the other ones. Well,
I don't know, mate. So I've been pondering this very briefly. Summer Games Fest.
I think that was the best.
Was really good this year.
Was it really good because it had one of our favourite games, or 2 of our favourite games, announced, irrelevant of all the others? If it's like with you, both of us with Final Fantasy and Resident Evil. I keep saying Code Veronica, it's just Veronica now. is one game that you love and you've been waiting for ages. Does that mean like the whole show is brilliant?
No. So with the Summer Games Fest, obviously I talked about it yesterday, but they showed quite a few games that I really wanted. So Resident Evil, Cuphead, Alien Isolation 2, Gen Atlas, Hex, Blood Message, Stranger Than Heaven, Crossfire, Star Wars Racer, Virtua Fighter, 1666 Amsterdam, Saw Genesis, Lords of Fallen 2, Blood of the Dawnwalker, Star Wars Zero, Attack on Titan 3, Wolf Among Us 2 and Remastered, Street Fighter 6 DLC, Stellar Blade Blood Rain, obviously Final Fantasy. That's a lot of high quality games that they showed that come into all platforms. So as a show, if I was to pick out of Xbox, PlayStation and the Summer Games Fest wins easily, just from the quality of games that I really want to play. Next for me would be the Xbox show, purely because, again, they showed a lot more games that I want to play, plus most of them are coming to Game Pass. So, again, I am really liking that. Obviously, I'm not going to say the PlayStation Showcase was absolutely shit by any means of the imagination, because they did show some games that I'm excited for, including the Marvel Token Fighting Souls, Rayman Legends, Banjo Chef, Tomb Raider, Lost Wild, Phantom Blade Zero, No Rest for the Wicked, Onimusha, Silent Hill looks pretty good as well. Ace Combat 8 looks fucking amazing. Stuntman Hollywood looks amazing. Looks good. So again, there was some good games shown at PlayStation Showcase, but the PlayStation exclusive games they showed with Wolverine and God of War Lofi look terrible in my opinion. I'm not interested in those games at all. So as someone that owns a PlayStation just for the exclusives, there's no games coming to that platform that I want to play. Which is a shame.
Are you surprised that Final Fantasy wasn't at the PlayStation event?
No, because I think Square Enix and PlayStation have had some falling out behind the scenes, because obviously they've been very tight with games going to PlayStation, getting a year plus exclusivity and then going to other platforms. But they announced a little while ago that they're going to stop doing that. And it's actually really good to see, because obviously they're a third-party publisher, right? Let's get all the games out on all the platforms. I'm really happy that
because didn't they have some kind of sort of deal with PlayStation with the Final Fantasy games, like some sort of exclusivity deal which ended, and I think PlayStation didn't want to renew, or they lowballed them or something. Like, obviously the money wasn't right, but
I don't know, but what I was trying to get to is I'm really happy that Square have stopped that, because Final Fantasy on all platforms day and day can only be a good thing, because then I can play it on PC at the ultimate graphical settings that I want to do. Plus, I can buy it on Xbox. Well, I can buy it on Xbox and play anywhere. I can play it on my Xbox and my PC, so that's a really good.
So, what are you going to buy it on? You're going to buy it on PS5, Xbox, or PC?
Xbox. I'm going to buy it on Xbox, mate.
Wow.
So, yeah. Day one, I've bought Final Fantasy Remake again on Xbox yesterday. I'm going to buy Rebirth on Xbox when I finish that, because you get stuff. If you have save files from the first two games going into free, you get content. So, yeah, I'm going to replay them both again on Xbox, get the Chivos, baby, and then, I'm going to get the third on Xbox just so I can play on both systems. So, yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. So, yeah. It's just a shame, mate. And I know I'm an outlier, because obviously if you've got only a PS5, there's loads of great games for you to play. I'm not detracting from that at all. But for someone, as I say, who only has the PS5 for just for the exclusives, it's a bit disappointing. So that's my reviews of the shows, mate. Yeah.
So what games do you think you're about? I mean, I think I may get Wolverine. I'm not that far. I'll wait for reviews to see. It just looked like Spider-Man on the ground, which it probably is. I want to make sure it's like not too woke and not too. I want it just to have a decent story.
I think it looks awful, mate. I'm not interested in it at all. I don't know, because obviously the end of this year is going to be jam packed, right? I'm not going to have time to play all the games, but really want Ace Combat, really want Stuntman, Hollywood. I don't know, mate. Obviously, Final Fantasy is next year anyway, but obviously Gears or what, I don't know, mate. It's too many games, too many fucking games this year. Call of Duty.
We'll forget half of them, won't we?
Yeah, we will. But this year, as I say, like there's so many games already. But COD, I don't believe I'm saying it. I really want this. I really want the COD. It's really perplexing me.
Do you think Nintendo's was probably the worst event?
Did Nintendo even have one? I don't know.
No, that's the whole point. They just didn't bother, and I'm just like, I mean, let's say I've got a Switch, and I think it was recently like the 1 year anniversary of Switch 2.
Yeah.
And it's just like, they've got nothing announced coming out this year.
Yeah.
Like, after that, I'm like, unless I'm forgetting something, I'm like, where's your new Mario game? Where's the new whatever game? They just haven't said anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand. I don't want them to announce game 3, 4, 5 years out.
Yeah.
But give us something. The machine's been out a year. And no one knows like I said, like this year, you would assume that Gears of War is Xbox probably main Christmassy game. So you've got Wolverine is PlayStation. Possibly, so what's Nintendo?
Yeah, I don't know, mate. I can't answer.
I don't know either.
Yeah. But there's so much choice for the end of the year anyway. So just pick, not for a lot of these games are coming out on Nintendo anyway, so
you're going to buy the Final Fantasy games all on Nintendo Switch 2 as well, so you could take them on the go.
No. I'm not that mental, but yeah.
We did this though, like when we bought the PSP and the Vita, and you could get the PS1 classics and play Final Fantasy on the handheld. So
yeah, I know, mate.
But that's the thing, like if they were like £8 or £10, you probably would, but you're not going to spend another 60 quid each again, are you?
No, definitely not.
So which Final Fantasy are you playing on Xbox now, the first one?
Yeah, remake.
Did you buy them? Because didn't they do like a double pack of the first?
No, I just got it on
digital.
No, so
cheap or something.
Only on PC, so they're on sale at the minute. But remake's 20 quid, and I had some Bing points as well. So
you and your Bing points.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Got to get the Bing points. So, but yeah, that's the Xbox show. I did watch a tiny bit of the Future Games show yesterday, and thank you, Frosty, for reminding me. There's a new game called Exodus coming out by the makers of Mass Effect, and it looks like Mass Effect, mate. So you might want to check out some of that as well at some point. Looks pretty cool. If you like the Mass Effect games, so
I've got them all on 360 unplayed, and I bought the Legacy Remaster edition of 1, 2, 3, and I haven't played any of them.
Wow,
mate, I've got a problem. I don't play games. I just buy them.
You just buy them and they sit on the shelf, as I have a digital library to flick through on me consoles and PC.
Do you know, sometimes I keep saying, like in the WhatsApp group, I keep thinking, do you know what? I'm just going to get rid of everything. I'm just going to box it all up, take it down to CEX or charities and just say, get rid of it.
Yeah.
And then I can even look on eBay and buy more games.
Times. Right, mate. I think that's it, isn't it? We've been an hour, 20 minutes talking about one show. I think that's enough. I would have been nice if people in the Twitch chat had given us their views on the shows, but no one's actually said anything about them.
We talked a bit.
There was a comment, actually, I just wanted to read out. Yeah, from What's My Tag, because I asked for PlayStation Showcase thoughts, but only one person gave me it. I didn't read it out yesterday because I was tired and a bit drunk. Ace Combat and Marathon S Season 2 look cool. Really? You're fucking mental. Deborah Wilson simulator featuring Wolverine looks cool, but I'm expecting MJ and her gigantic chin to appear at some stage. The fact it's more linear, though, sounds great. More story, less collectibles. Until Dawn 2 somehow looks worse character models than the first one. Why aren't supermassive devs doing it? Overall, it was okay. Nothing I saw felt like a day one purchase. Really missed Killzone and SOCOM. Feels like they've had a massive FPS tactical shooter gap in their lineup since the start of the PS4 era. Nice comment. Thank you very much, Tag.
Yeah, that was weird, because I remember, like, we've had obviously a lot of the controversy, like something like God of War and some of the graphics. And you look at Until Dawn 1, where they had Hayden Panettiere, whether she was in Heroes as well. We're talking about Heroes all the time. And you're like, oh, that's her from Heroes, or that's the actor from that show. And the same as Alan Wake, we go, oh, that's the guy from that show. And their characters look like the actor who's playing them.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we looked at, like say, the Until Dawn 2, they just look weird as hell. And also the God of War thing. I was like, the actress who plays her and done her mocap, she's an absolutely gorgeous looking woman. And I'm like, what have you done? Why have you given her a square jaw? Why have you took her ass away?
Yeah.
Why have you made her flat? I'm like, why get someone, a good-looking woman, mocap her into the game, and then make her look fucking... I wouldn't say she look ugly. I'd just say she looks completely plain. There's no defining feature about that character at all.
Yeah.
And like even with just that, like say with the God of War thing and like the controversy and people getting mad on both sides, it's just like, why would you make two God of War games after the reboot, which has been about older Kratos sort of with his son, passing the torch to his son, the dynamic of trying to bring up the boy alone, and he's Loki as well as Atreus. And everyone thought, righto, so now we're going to have the final of that game, and you'll probably play as Atreus, if not all of it, and then probably Kratos will probably die at the end to save him, sacrifice him, or something.
Yeah.
And now they've just completely binned off those two games and just gone with a spin-off with the woman character. I'm just like, why build up those stories and characters to just completely ignore them?
Yeah, I know.
I don't get. And people say, "Oh, you're just sexist and all that." And I was like, but the two of the biggest fans I know on Twitch who absolutely love God of War, and their girls are like, "I'm not playing that shit. What I want to play, I want my Kratos. Where's my boy?" And I'm just like, oh. And then, it like with Ghost of Tsushima, like Ghost of Tsushima, they've done this with so many games and have sold worse. And I think, like, aren't we at the end of this experiment now?
Well, obviously Sony aren't, are they? And that's a lot of the problem.
Yeah, because like I say, I watched my mate. He finished Ghost of Yotei on stream this week, and I said, "What do you think of it, mate?" And he said, "Oh, it was okay. The first one was a lot better. There wasn't much story in this one, and the woman was a bit boring compared." I'm like, "Oh, fair enough." And that's what everyone has said. It's not as good as the first one.
Yeah, it's a shame, really.
Well, they'll learn, won't they?
Well, maybe when they stop making money, yeah.
Well, when they're not making enough money. Well, if they do that, they'll just up the price of the console again, won't they?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
We've got to get some PlayStation bashing in on the Xbox One, Webby. We've got.
Well, we do. Ultimate fanboys here, mate. So we've got to do it. So. Yeah, on that happy note, mate, I think we need to end it here. We talked about the show. Yeah. Obviously, I did a podcast yesterday. I need to edit this and get it online. So I think that's it. Big thank you to coming on, Nick. I did think I was going to be on my own, but you've proven that you're super hardcore and watch the show. And it was nice of you to make the effort, mate. So I do appreciate it. That's absolutely fantastic. Big shout out to everyone who's said hello in the Twitch. Doug Starr. And who else? Darkest Frost and Colin Blake. Thank you very much for saying hello in the Twitch chat. You're all super awesome. Obviously, a big thank you to Nick for joining me. And yeah, on that happy note, let's wrap it up. So from me and Nick, it's been emotional. We will be back next week. So we'll catch you then. Goodbye.